Hello everyone. Sure, I hear it's quite noisy outside, but I really wanted to enjoy this energy of being outside today. I've just created a new beautiful corner here for myself with beautiful flowers hanging around me and just to celebrate life. So, although there's noise in the background, just let's ignore it and focus on what is. And that's mainly our message for today as well, is to get rid of the distractions and of what we think we're supposed to be and return to what we are. So, yes, we've been talking a lot about it, but the angels have said to me that people still don't understand quite what it is when I speak of living your truth. So, we're going to try and explain it today because it's very important for this week and it's very important for the month of September coming up. Because life is forcing us in a direction to be true to ourselves, and that means choosing joy and choosing peace. So first, let me share with you that the card for today is Archangel Samuel, and his message to us is path. What is your path? Choose your path. So how do we choose our path? Of course, your soul chose a certain path. Your soul wants to create something, be something, live something, expand into the consciousness of the self. So, yes, there is a specific path you've already set out for yourself as a soul in this life, but you still have the free will to choose how you want to experience it. And that's where the shift needs to be. But people don't understand to which fine detail and extent it has to go in order to shift your perception and to shift your life and to shift the awareness of your life. And that whole thing of disconnecting from suffering and fear, that's why we are here. We are asked to do that for ourselves. And the more you do that for yourself, the more you do it for the consciousness and the world. But first, it's about learning to choose joy in every moment. Instead of fear, choose calm. Instead of anger, choose peace. Instead of sadness, choose joy, no matter what the situation. And yes, it is difficult, and we can only do it within our frame of reference. We keep thinking that, well, if I can go on holiday, I'll be happy. Yeah, sure, maybe, but maybe you won't. Maybe if you can't be happy with where you are right now, maybe you won't be happy when you are on holiday anyway. So the question is, how do we perceive ourselves in a moment to moment basis? So there are certain things I always ask myself in every moment, in everything I do, before I make the decision, what is my intention behind the decision? Let's take a stupid thing. This is the fine tuning. What you post on social media. Before you post it, ask yourself, why do I feel the need to post this? I always do that. I always ask myself, is this for the benefit of others? Is this to inspire? Or is this to moan and complain and bitch? Or is this to try and prove something? And remember, what I'm saying is not judgment, it's about awareness. Let's take an example of you've got the vaccine and you feel the need that you need to post it or that you need to make it your profile. And that's perfectly well, but what is your intention behind it? What do you have to prove? What do you want to tell the world? What do you want to force upon the world that is your choice and your belief systems? And that actually can be sacred and quiet. It's like we don't have to proclaim what we believe to the world. It becomes an ego thing. I have to prove that I'm right. I have to be accepted. So whatever you choose to proclaim to the world on social media, on your daily actions, on how you interact with people, what comes out of your mouth? What are the thoughts that you feed yourself with that makes you feel happy with yourself? And are they authentic? So let's talk about Zen. What Zen is that lots of people say to me they don't want to return to another life. This needs to be their last. Or, people feel that they can't be happy in this life. If you don't believe in reincarnation and you just believe what lies ahead in heaven, that will release you from the pain of life. But what if we are here to release it now? So, the idea of enlightenment, to release yourself from the circle of pain, of returning and experiencing pain again, is to release yourself from that experience of pain right now, the experience of anger. So, and for that, you have to live in awareness with yourself to see when those buttons are being pushed. And I mean, I still go through that, but instead of then reacting, how do we choose to deal with it in a way that is compassionate, not only to the others, but to the self? So, the whole idea surrounding Zen is that we practice life in such a way that we take responsibility for our own happiness, where we choose to be joyful in every moment, where we choose to show up for ourselves in every moment, and thus you release your connection to suffering and to fear and to poor me. So we're seeing it a lot lately. People are using the COVID situation as well as a poor me. People are using other people's life paths of passing over as a poor me. I am the victim. I'm losing people. Not focusing on those people's paths or their journey or honoring their journey. It's a poor me. And of course it's so. I mean, I still mourn for my cat. But we can share that. We can share, I miss this person. This was what this person was to me, so that others can relate and rejoice in that person's path for you. But when it becomes about me, it becomes ego. And that's where we don't choose joy, because we choose the sadness. We choose that we need to be the victims and that people need to feel sorry for us, or we choose that we need to be accepted, we need to prove what we are doing. And this is taking away from your peace. It's taking away from who you truly are, because you're trying to be something that you think the world is expecting of you. So this week's energy, after yesterday's full moon, so we're still in the full moon energy, the blue moon energy, very empowering, very beautiful to help us create strong belief systems, new belief systems, and to challenge ourselves as to what we truly believe for ourselves and how we choose to live it. And remember the whole thing about enlightenment, or moving into a level of higher frequency where we live our soul purpose and our soul experience instead of the physical, is all about being aware of what you add to this soul, to this body, not only in food, but also in joy, in peace, in what you choose, in the thoughts that you keep stuck in your head. So look at that and really look at the compassion and the love you give to yourself. So yes, our path has been decided by our souls, with God, with the Creator, with Spirit. But how do you choose to use it? How do you choose to live that potential that you have chosen? So again, this is not a judgment, but it is to help you come into the awareness. So remember my book, My Naked Soul? That will help you so much for this month of September ahead, because it's about coming back to the awareness. It's coming back to the commitment to the self. And within that book of mine, there is daily meditations, daily inspirations, uh, thoughts, and what you think and what you relate to just jot that down and work with yourself, work with your inner self to dig deep as to what you allow that takes away your joy and peace, and what don't you allow that will create joy and peace. And like I said, yes, we all want a holiday, we all want money and health and all of that, but first you need to lay the foundation of being okay with what is. And that's where the peace lies, that's where the freedom lies. Yes, we can say freedom is when we are allowed to do what we want to do, or when there's no expectations. But is it? We can still live in a world of expectations without being connected to it, without having those expectations of the self. So where do you find the balance? So Archangel Samuel is very strongly with us this coming week. Archangel Michael as well, to help you still consciously choose. And that's also why the ruby red is still the color of the week, balanced with a nice green. I'm wearing my moss agate, so also that new growth. I'm working in the garden a lot. I'm connecting to earth and every new leaf that comes up, trimming everything that is dead and letting it go. Let that be your process right now, and allow Spirit to guide you. Allow the angels or whoever you believe in to guide you in this coming back to the self, calming down, releasing. We're all still feeling the pressure of things that needs to be done, things that we're not getting to because there's just too much. And so we are out of balance. I felt myself being out of balance completely, where I don't even have the energy to have the amount of compassion that I need. And then I knew, but this isn't me. So where am I allowing energy leaks, or allowing fear, or allowing worry that doesn't bring balance with peace and harmony and joy? So look at that. Look at what you choose for yourself, and look at the habits that you have that you bring in to create a foundation of peace. Whether it's reading a book, or taking a walk, or playing with your animals, or doing exercise, whatever makes you calm. I'm not talking about spending time on Facebook. I'm talking about time with you, conscious time with you, conscious time with your animals, conscious time with your people, and just be part of the whole, but in your way. And that's all that is needed right now. So I'm sending you lots of love and empowerment. Be conscious of what is going on around you, and be conscious of how it's still triggering your victim and how that's making you feel empty. And then when we feel empty, we want to go into the demanding, that where's my bit? Where is what I need? When does that show up? But show up for yourself first. Create those little things, those little moments where you choose you, and where you choose not to act out of character with yourself, where you choose not to put into the world that which you want to prove, or to say, this is who I am, and this is what I'm doing. But just be that, and everybody will know anyway. Lots of love from me. See you next week. Bye, guys.